Okay, now we're going to take and show you how we pick our beans and can them. We planted onions in this bed earlier this year. Then when we pulled the onions, we planted green beans back in the place of it. Now they've been growing. They're ready to harvest. We pull them up like this. Some people pick through them and re-pick them, but normally when you let them grow like this, it's like a commercial picker. We just pick them all at one time. It normally takes about 10 pounds to make a cannon of 7 quarts. And we'll weigh them out and tell you exactly when we go to can them. Then we'll show you how we do it. And we take, and our bean vines, that when we get finished with them, of course, they go into compost. So we'll pick all these, then we'll show you how we can. And then when we get finished pulling all the beans up, we'll till it up and we'll plant our cabbage, our cauliflower, and our broccoli for the fall crop. This is at the end of August. Okay, now we got through picking them. We put all the bean vines into compost. You see here we got our processing plant set up for snapping them. Then we'll wash them up once we get them all snapped, and we'll weigh them, and we'll tell you exactly how many pounds that it takes. And we grew all these beans in not even a full 4x12 box. So after we get finished with the beans, then we put the cabbage and the cauliflower and broccoli in. We'll be done process stuff 3 times out of that one box. So it's pretty neat, and hopefully we're going to get about 14 quarts here, but we'll let you know. Okay, we got our beans snapped. Now we're in the process of washing them up. And this is what we produced out of that one box. So you can see with one box you can get a whole lot of beans, and it just takes a couple of months. So now we're going to get them washed up, then we're going to pack them in the jars, and we'll show you how we pressure can them. Okay, when you wash them like this, and of course we do everything outside. You use all your leftover water in the kettles to pour around your flowers. And you wash them, and as you wash them, it gives you a good time to try to find any bug bites you left or any debris on it. So now we got all the beans washed up. And I did a jar so we know exactly how much a jar takes. That jar held just a little bit over a pound. So what you do, now the beans are good and clean. You start packing them in your jar. And then when you find one with a bug bite, you throw them away. You go about halfway through the jar, and you take a wooden spoon or something. Just tamp them a little bit, not too much because you don't want to break them all up. So now, then you finish filling the jar up, right up to the top. You don't want to get too much because if it gets up into what bothers your flat when you're cooking it, it won't let it seal. And we're going to can these in a pressure canner today and show you how we do it in the pressure canner. Okay, now we got all our jars packed. We got 7 jars ready to go. We take a teaspoon of salt, not sugar. I always say sugar because I make so much peanut brittle. So it's salt. Okay. Now you pour the water in to where you're 1/2 inch below the rim. You don't want to get too much water. Now you always take a wet paper towel and wipe off the rims to make sure you don't have any debris to stop the lid from working. Now we got our warm lids. We used to can these on the open fire, It took 3.5 hours. Now we use the pressure canner and just cut it down to like 20 minutes, I think it is. But I'll have to refresh my memory and tell you. Always make sure your rings are good and tight on it. Now we're going to take and put them in the pressure canner and add some water and get the fire going. Okay, now we got our jars in our canner. It's seven quarts in there. Now we're going to lock our top on. Now turn the pressure gauge this way so I can sit and watch it. And I always have to look at my book to see exactly. But once you get it up to 10 pounds of pressure, quarts take 25 minutes at 10 pounds, or if you go to 15 pounds, it only takes 15 minutes. So I just watch the gauge and work it according to whatever we do. So now time to start the fire. Okay, you can't see it very good on the camera, but now we've reached our 10 pounds of pressure. Now we just regulate our gas temperature and just keep an eye on our pressure gauge, and we cook for 25 minutes. Okay, now the pressures came up. We've cooked them and never add any water or anything to it to reduce the pressure before it reduces its own self, because you can reduce the pressure in your cans and that would break your jars open. You always make sure this pop-off is down, this pop-off is down, and then when you raise this up, there's no pressure whatsoever on your canner. That's what takes all the danger out of it. And always read the instructions before you use your canner or any product like that. You unscrew it. Now, we have 7 quarts of green beans canned that we brew them. We harvest them, and we'll eat them. So it's always fun to eat your own product. And until next time, happy canning.